Alright. Alright. Are we live? Indeed. Definitely seems to indicate so. Alright. Hello, I am Sentimus Prime, and here I will be unboxing and building, and possibly even doing like some sort of like and possibly even doing like some sort of like a reactionary review kind of thing. But it's mostly going to be like an unboxing and building of the Lego Friends set number 66806 Explore Outdoors gift sets. Okay, so here we go. Now, obviously, it is one of those like like Walmart exclusive gift sets things. Again, not sponsored. Just managed to get this for a good deal. I believe I got this for what, like $25 maybe. See, it was like maybe 25, but I might have gotten it like when it was like on sale or something. But I haven't really I haven't really had like much experience with like the Lego Friends stuff, but this was a set that was like pretty easy to get, and that was pretty easy to get for me at the time, and it definitely seems to have at least some interesting things about it. So I thought, like, why not? Let's pick this up and do like a live stream sort of thing. Alright, so starting off is so let's try to start off by trying to look at the box. So the box, it is crazy wide, like it is like pretty wide. Like, so here we have like that kind of thing. Now it is a 2-in-1 adventure gift set, which means there are 2 sets in here. Because it's a box. Because I believe if this is like that Star Wars one I opened a little bit ago, it would be two. It would be two separately packaged sets, separately released sets in a like gift box. So we can first check out the more interesting part of this gift set, so that being the box itself. So we'll start off on this end. Obviously, you have the Lego logo, the Friends logo. It's like that more modern, like Friends logo. It does look nice. And also on this side, you have the recommended age, the set number, the name of the set, and the number of pieces used to build everything in here. And also down here at this corner, you have this little text thing that says, you have this little label thing that says, give joy for less, because it is like one of those like gift sets kind of things. So moving from there, you can see on this side you have this. You have like not only so we'll continue on this side. So on this side, you have one of the sets here, and like you have like one of the sets here, like displayed on this side, because it does show like the separate sets in separate settings. So this side of the packaging shows one set in this sort of nighttime under the stars kind of setting, whereas on this side it shows a more daytime, like a sort of activity kind of thing. And hello, how are you doing? Hi there. And so yeah, you have the divider, shows one set on that side and shows the other set on the other. Now between up here, you have the 2-in-1 like advertisement there says 2-in-1 adventure gift set. Down here on this corner, you have a list of the characters included in both sets. That being Raccoon, Nova, Autumn, Nova again. I guess this box set includes 2 Novas. Yet Alia, and Pickle. And also down here at this corner, you have a indication that this is a Walmart exclusive thing. Anything but Alia. Alia. Hello, Gumdrop Jelly. How are you doing? And Tokayla 222. Very nice. How is the chat doing? So then up here at this corner, you have I guess you have like a group shot of I guess like the main characters of a show, I guess, because it says watch series online. So I guess there's like a new like online series about that probably would be more ideal to check out at some point. But until then, let's take a look at this. So here's the top of the box. It just shows like a and symbol type stuff. You have like little displays of some of the figures. You also have a nice little display of some of the accessories, as well as a 1-to-1 scaled image of one of the mini dolls. So that's nice. Now the sides of the box are going to be rather difficult to try to attempt to show, but here's to look at this side of the box. Not a whole lot going on there aside from that stuff. It says a regalia diversion. It says par menus. And then here's a look at the other side. Petit Prix Grand Sorry. And then here's a look at the bottom of the box. Not a whole lot of craziness going on there. Just like app advertisements and labels and stuff. And then turn around. Here we get a look at the back of the packaging, which has a QR code for I guess as a shortcut to watch the series. Okay. You have create exciting stories outside with friends. With friends. Alright, cool. Alright, now. Alright, so now down here, you have little diorama display. You have little, like, display. You have little display shots of various features and displays in this set. And yeah, more scratchies. Yeah, the back of this box was kind of scratched up, but I honestly don't care too much. Don't care that much about this box. Okay, so that's nice. So after that, and it shows. And it shows back here. It also shows the sets included in this box set. So it shows two sets, a smaller one and a slightly larger one. The smaller one is Adventure Camp Archery Range. Adventure Camp Archery Range. It is set number 42622. And it is like the daytime archery range activities. So that's nice. Then on this side we have the slightly larger one. Which I guess is called Stargazing Camping Vehicle. It's a Stargazing Camping Vehicle, and it is set number 42603. Alright. And this one is also fascinating because it is also it's also one of those sets that is participating in the whole space sub theme thing, I guess. So basically whatever space themed sets that they happen to be, they just add a silver detailing a silver corner to the box and say it's a part of space for some reason, which is fine. It's not too terrible. Some of the more dedicated space sets definitely seem more fascinating. But hey, no shade on the sets, or at the very least, not until I actually experience it. So, with that, let's actually go ahead and try to experience this set. We'll try to open it on. Move those out of the way, so we can try to. Alright. There we go. We'll open it on this end since this end is closer to us. let's get this open. So this is one of those boxes. Has a couple of tapes, one down here, one up here. So slice that open, slice that. Close that back up for now. Set it off to the side. Now let's get this open. Alright. So there we have that. And the what? Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. I'm gonna try to keep this in frame as best as I can. But man, this set was wedged in there. Alright. Boom. Boom. And with that, so they basically had the package. So they basically had the box set packaged like this. So they had this one way back in this corner sideways. Then, well, if I happen to have opened it from that side, then this one would have been much easier to get. Oh well. So they packaged this one sideways. Try packing this one in vertically. Then just this one because it's like a nice larger set that they happen to package in like that. Like, alright. And of course with that, we're pretty much done with this wide atrocity of not much of an atrocity, more so just an inconvenience to have in camera in this format. So if I try to at least have at least the entire box in one frame, maybe have the entire box on camera, like that. And there's a look at the entirety of the box. And yes, of course, one last look at the box. Before we set this off to the side for the rest of the stream. So there we go. Now, with that out of the way, here we have the two sets. This one's actually super. Here we have the two sets. We'll lean this back as far as possible so we can try to keep everything in frame. There we go. And there is what we had. We have this larger set, but then also a smaller set right there. So we have like the stargazing camping vehicle and also the adventure camp archery range. Alright. Now let's go ahead and take a look at these this stuff that we get here. So I believe it now. I believe now. Let me say that. Actually, no, not let me say. I'm gonna start with these smaller sets to hopefully from a break from. We'll take a look at moving around the giant box. So here's the smaller sets. It's set number 42622. The camp like archery range from Adventure. For Adventure. Now this is quite obviously the smaller set. It's in a significantly smaller box, smaller and thinner box, and also only contains 157 pieces. So over here, obviously we're going to take a good long look at the packaging. Here's a look at the display front. Not too dissimilar. Yeah, not too dissimilar from what was shown on the box sets, but it's definitely fine. And obviously it shows us like the included mini dolls in the set, that being Autumn and only one Nova in the set. And I guess like the raccoon's also in here, but I guess like the box sets like point out the raccoon as a separate character, maybe. Over on this side, recommended age, set number, name of the set, and the number of pieces used to build sets. You do get I will say, the background looks nice. The background looks pretty decent. Not sure what that bird is doing there, but the rest of the background actually looks kind of decent when compared to a lot of the background arts thing for most like modern sets boxes. So we're beginning to look at the sides. Here's a look at the bottom. Not much going on there aside from this, I guess, which I guess is like a little like a something or other going on there. Here's a look at this side. Shows us something going on here. Here's a look at the top. Not a whole lot going on here. And here is a 1-to-1 scaled image of one of the mini dolls. And here's a look at this side. Not much going on there. And here's a look at the back. So in the back we have like some display options, I guess. It shows like some set features and gimmicks and stuff. It also shows another like display of the set itself. And also, this top corner shows like a 5 to collect kind of marathon thing. Oh, like it shows like, are these like different like types of badges, I guess? Where it shows like 5 different like divisions of like I guess the camp. And this is like only like the archery like segment to it. Alright. and also a little thumb tap thing there. So that's alright. But I believe with that, let's actually like start digging into the sets. Why not? So, there we go. There we go, we got that open. That was slightly torn, but it doesn't really matter. Not really. Let's go ahead and get that open. And dump this out. Very nice. Close that back up. And now I guess we set this off to the side. So in here, this is what's included in that smaller set. Like, okay, let's start things off by looking at the instructions. So here are the instructions. Does it show anything too interesting? I already seen those basically. That's instructions. Here's a look at the back. Where's that character in here? I don't think we see that character in this box set. But we open that up. We do get a parts list of everything included. Very nice. And then opening this up, we get some advertisements for other sets. So it says 5 to collect. Now, what's that mean? I don't know. So it shows this set right here, which has like the archery one. I guess I'm willing to guess it's like trying to have you collect like different like Girl Scout badges, I guess. So what those kind of look like to me. And what appears to be there is obviously the purple one is like archery. The red one looks like a camping one, like one for camping. The green one's like for bug, like identification, or like bug, like knowledge or bug facts, stuff like that. Oh, the blue one seems to be like canoeing, and the yellow one seems to be like zip lining or whatever. So like I guess this large one would have at least 2 of them, because there's like the canoe for like the canoeing, but also a zip line for the zip lining. So let me say, I'm willing to guess this one is like where you would get the camping badge, I guess. And this one's also, that one's the kayak. You got canoe and kayaking, so I guess you might get it from there. Also, where would you have the bug inspection one? Maybe this one? I don't know. I've looked way too deep into that, probably. There's also a little bit of an advertisement for the online show, and then that's pretty much it for that. So now let's look at the parts themselves. Here we have a sticker sheet. The sticker sheet included. So we only get like a few stickers. Like we only get the small sticker sheet of 5 stickers, and that's neat. Now package. Now in here we have 2 base plates. We have two base plate parts that are separately packaged. We have this 8 by 16, I believe. Yeah, 8 by 16 base plate in green, and also like an 8 by 8 base plate, but one side, but 2 of the corners are rounded. It's like one side of it is rounded, so it's like a half circle kind of thing going on there. So you have that. Okay. Nice. And then because we are going to be building these sets up, we're going to look at the parts as we go. That seems fair. So we're going to have the instructions right here. And then we can go ahead and start building the smaller sets. This shouldn't take that long, right? He says an hour in and only just starting to, says more than, says half hour in and then only like now just starting to look through the parts. So we're opening up the first bag. We'll set these off to the side until we need them. Let's dump that out. And then we have that stuff included there. So our first course of action is obviously to put together our minifigure, or mini doll rather. Legs, torso, and head. Ooh, you got like alternate expressions. Yeah, like alternate expressions, which is nice. We'll attach the more neutral looking smiling one for now. Well, that's interesting. That's fascinating. Then hairpiece. You got hairpiece. And then, oh, it also includes this sort of piece. This is actually kind of fascinating because this plugs into the little nub on it, the little. Okay, so you have that. Oh, look at that. You have a mini doll with a prosthetic limb. Interesting. Very interesting. Not entirely sure how that happened. Maybe there's like a whole like thing going on in that show. You might have to watch it to actually. You might have to look into that to see like I guess the context behind this character like missing a limb. But the inclusivity I guess they did this as a way of inclusivity, which I So I guess it's like not against that. No reason to be against that, anything or anything like that. Alright, so autumn. It's showing us like things, I guess. Alright, so here we give her a crossbow. This is a fascinating thing. This is like a strange kind of part because it is a crossbow. Like it is a crossbow. But what happens is this is a fascinating thing because what's happening here is you have this crossbow thing. You take one of these included arrows. Like what happens here? Okay, that just snaps in, so it latches onto like the little nubs, I guess. So the interior like latches onto like the little nubs on the sides, like so. And then what happens is anticlimactic. Let's check. There we go. So it is a actual launching crossbow, which is actually kind of neat. Now have they released this crossbow in like other colors, like maybe like brown or gray or something like that, more or black, like more like neutral colors? I don't know, like, but I do know that this is actually kind of neat. So just with autumn and this crossbow accessory, like crossbow like launcher thing, it's already like turning out kind of impressive. It's already like I'm already quite pleased with what I'm seeing so far. So that's nice. So now let's actually get to the build. Why not? So take this brick, pretty simple, log brick, also a couple of clips in burnt orange, a couple of clips like that. How is the chat doing? It's not brick. Curve element. No, like a thing. And also, and here it's we click the flag on, and here it's telling me to attach one of these stickers, but I'll hold off on that for now at least. For now, we'll have a triangular beige flag, just for now. You also get barrel. Boom. We got a box. We're also gonna take a couple of these leafy green pieces, a couple of these sort of lavenderish colored pieces. Attach these on there for some ground texture. It's also telling me to put down another sticker. Already 2 stickers. So again, we'll hold off on the stickers just for now. Okay. we have this sort of side build, or I guess we place the arrows. I guess when not in use, we place arrows in this bucket, and then there's also, I guess, a place where the place where the bow place where the bow can go as well. So that's neat. So that's pretty neat. Do I place a couple of the stickers down now, or do I wait until the whole set's built? Let's go ahead and place the stickers down. Alright. That one was a little bit close on that side, but it's still all there. So I guess that's still fine. So, oop, there's that. Then for the other one, and how does that look? I probably should have had it further down. Oh, too late now. Already placed down, and it doesn't look too bad. So that should be fine. So there's our little side build. Up next, we take large base plate. We'll place her down, I guess, wherever we can. I guess I was sitting down like that, I guess. So I guess from here we place log brick down, slope, then another log brick, then lime green piece, then round cylinder, then log brick, then brown brick, then hinge brick, then extend the base a little, then adds a little more color. Then we add a little more color to our build with a pop of yellow, some yellow, and attach that there. Then with that, we'll put the alternate head in. Yeah, we'll put the alternate head in the box. And apparently we only get 2 leftover pieces, which in this case is a couple pieces that are more fascinating because we have like this nice lavenderish piece, but also an extra little prosthetic limb piece, which is fascinating. I like that. I like how I can just have an extra one of these for like mock making stuff without having to steal it from Autumn. Alright, so what was it? Oh yeah. Bag number 2. So bag number 2. So bag number 2. If we open that up, let's move this stuff back a little bit. So let's dump this out. And there we have that. So let's grab our build so far. What we're then going to do is take this piece, go down to there. We take tile. We'll then take a jumper, place it there. Red jumper plates, tile. Then orange. Then heat orange. Then yellow. Then we'll place a clover. We'll place a flower piece right there. Then lime green. Then vent piece. Then after that is a bunch of these bright green. After that we place down a bunch of these bright green 1x2 wedge pieces, chisel pieces. Cheese wedge pieces. Bam. And bam. Make a sort of pattern thing going on there. Very nice. Then after that, you can then attach a round plate. Attach it to there. And then round out the base a little. Add, I guess, a mushroom, I guess. Or it looks like a toadstool. What appears to be a toadstool. After that we place down an even larger toadstool, this time with a BB-8 head. Then after that we take this Technic adaptable brick, tile the top of it up with a couple of these vent pieces. There we go. We'll place this here for now. But I guess what's happening here is it gives it it's having us attach it to there, but I guess we can attach it wherever. What we can then do is take this piece, take our targets, our printed rounded tile, attach it like that, and then flip it around, attach these onto the bottom, and then plug this into the Technic portion of this brick, like so. And there you have your target to shoot at, your target practice to shoot at. And And just for a little bit of that decoration, we'll add another toads. Just for a little bit of that plant life. Just add a little bit more. Yeah, like just add a little bit more. Uh, we'll try to add just a little bit more of that plant life around here. So bam, we have that. So I believe that portion is done. Maybe. So now we open up bag 3, I guess. So here's bag 3. We'll set that off to the side for now. We will open this up. Now, a whole lot of parts in here. Well, let's start by assembling the book, because there's a book here. So apparently in this book we attach, I guess the archery badge, I guess. We can then attach we can then attach the cover of this book. And I guess 2 of the stickers are going to and I guess 2 of these stickers are just going to here. So let's see how well we place these down. So on this side, not bad. Definitely could have been worse. Then for the cover of the book, we can then try to honestly, not too bad. Boom. We have successfully attached some more stickers. So after that, we can then just assemble one of our mini dolls. Plug that in. Got a hairpiece. She's got a raccoon with her for some reason. And it's also telling us to hand Nova another badge. And that just clips into her hand. And we also got a raccoon. Neat. So there we have our characters. After that, we take this piece. What we can then do is start adding bricks onto it. Boom. Then add a yellow railing. we add a yellow railing. Oh, and then what we do is just clip this onto there. Boom. We added more base. Well, then what we can then do is add a couple of these rounded pieces. Ooh, in this nice flame, like burnt orange color. Nice. And also a 2x4 tile in the bright green. We also add 2 red tiles and 2 white tiles. Two red and 2 white. And then we add some more tiling. Neat. Yeah, boom. Then boom. And then it is a matter of just getting everything tiled up. There we go. Now we have a little bit of a tiled floor thing going on there. Maybe a picnic? Maybe a picnic blanket? So what we do here is we add this piece onto the top of this clear cylinder, add this to the top of there, and now we have what appears to be a lantern. We then just place that there. Then add a couple of rounded jumper plates to act as plates, apparently, because now we'll work on sandwiches. So we have our bread, our meat, I guess. We also have clear red, which is obviously representing the blood of the unborn. And then a slice of bread on top of that. How sweet. Very nice. And with that, we have a pair of nice little sandwiches. How sweet. Hello. Hello, Owen's Brick Studio. Hello, how are you doing? Listen. And just to let you know, I liked the stream, buddy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's very cool. I like that. So now, after that, we have a translucent blue cylinder. We add a clear piece on top of that, and then a piece on top of that to make a water bottle, I guess. It's a little water bottle. And then we can just place that down there. Very nice. And this portion of the build is giving us at least a few like nice, interesting pieces. Like this piece. That's like a cool piece. Has like the clip has like bar connection and like a. This is a fascinating kind of piece. Then after that, we have this portion done. So I'll give you a look at the pieces left over. So we have a couple of trances of pieces, a couple of tiles, a couple of these rounded pieces with the nubs, like one of these, which is a cool one to have an extra of, and also an extra one of these little badges. So we can move those off to the side and move on to our next portion of the build. And here is bag 4. So we open that up. And here we have that. So we're going to start off with this little stump thing. We're going to place this down. It's going to, yeah, that's going to plug in there, plug into there. And then what we're going to do is grab a few of these pieces, which I am now familiar with, which I have familiarized myself with thanks to that creator, like a Fierce Dinosaur set. But what we can do here is we flip it upside down and plug it into the stump. And we'll do that, repeat that just a couple more times. Then what we have here is a little sapling of a tree. What we then do is place down another one of these. And then we repeat the process again. I will say, this is definitely looking kind of fascinating. Look at that, we got ourselves a little bit of a tree going on here. After that, we plug in this. Then I guess we plug this in here on top of that brick. There we have that. Then after that is we take after that we take 3 more of these, stack them there, then add a brown cylinder, flip it upside down, and then plug that into the top of this build we've done so far. Look at that. They have the builder place most of these pieces upside down. That way it gives it more of a sort of nice, like, natural tree look. Fascinating. Then after that we take this piece, plug it up there, and then take these 2 pieces, stick them together, and then cap the top of the tree up like that. And then there we have our little tree. That actually looks kind of neat. That's a nice little tree. I like that. The last stream was last. Oh, the last stream I watched you was when you played Bionicle. Oh, that's nice. That was me playing through the Bionicle Heroes game on the PS2. I at this point the last session I did in that game, I had went through the jungle levels and got Zactan into my my cove, into my containment area for the Paraka. But anyway, we got the tree done. The tree actually looks kind of nice. Up next, take 2x4, then stack 2x2 on top of 2x4, then add some clip pieces, then add a jumper, then then we take this piece, add that on there. Oh, and here's where we placed here's where we will place our plastic sticker. Very nice. It says, yeah, I remember. Owen's Brick Studio says, yeah, I vaguely remember. Real cool, bro. Keep it up, man. Well, thank you. I most certainly will. Very nice. Oh, that sticker. I am quite happy with how I placed that. That one is placed rather nicely. So after that, what we can then do is take a couple of these pieces, add the stick on one end, and then the stick on, and then this twig on the other. Then we assemble another one of those. Then I guess we clip these onto there like that. So we clip it like that. Oh, then it gets placed onto there like that. And now, look at that. Very nice. And then here we have the leftover pieces from the tree after building this portion. And with that, here we have this little activity set fully complete. So there we have that. Very nice. Very nice. So here's a look at that. We're done with these instructions. There we go. How's that? Oh, very fascinating. So we have a look at our two minifigures. We have Autumn and Nova. Nova with the like a book of like badges, I guess. Even though it can like only hold two, I guess. It's like a like no, like a it's like a little book thing, which is cool, I guess. Also an extra little badge. Maybe they get like one of each. One, they both get one. We also got a little raccoon pet. Little raccoon. Then you have and then you have the builds, the location build. It's like a nice simple little thing. We have this little side build where it shows like a scoreboard, a little flag, a place to hold not only the bow and arrows, but also stores like body parts. So that's cool. There we go. And then the main portion of the build itself is kind of cool. I mean, it's mostly just very simple stuff. You have like very simple stuff admittedly like this is like kind of cool. Like you have like a little target practice thing going on here, or we can just grab the bow and arrow, load the bow up. Or what? Let's try that again. There you go. Third time's the charm. Now let's try out the hardest difficulty. Why not? Hardest difficulty. Let's extend that a little bit. Okay. Bruh. Okay, that one was a bit closer. Maybe if I tried aiming. Oh, that was so close. Bruh. Oh, I hit it. Bruh. There we go. Got it. Very nice. Yeah. We got like an actual like firing bow and arrow. So yeah, so you and also a little like target thing you can try to knock over for accuracy. And that's like a fun thing to like mess around with. That's neat. You also get a couple of very simple but also very nicely done. Yeah. You also get like the build itself, which is very simple, but also very nicely done. Like, I believe like the most complex thing about this build has got to be that tree. Like, and you can just remove the tree, like place it wherever. Yeah, place the tree wherever. Like, but you can also just have it there. It's like a nice solid spot for the tree. That's nice. And also, you have a you also get like a range of sort of accessories, ranging from like the book, the bow and arrows, bottle of water, a couple of sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches? I can't tell you. It sure it sure does remind me of a campsite. Well, it is a well. It might remind you of a campsite because they actually do call it a campsite. They actually do call it a camp. It's an adventure camp archery range. So, so this is like part of like a camp, I guess. It's like a campsite kind of thing going on here, where you have a dedicated spot here for little picnics, which sandwiches. Now that I think about it, kind of maybe PB and J's. But I like what I said before better. So, so I'm, so it's really up for the imagination what kind of sandwiches these are. Also a lantern, so that's neat. You got like some. So it's a very simple, but very nicely done. It's simple but it works kind of. It's one of those it's simple but it works kind of things. Like you have these, you have like parts of the builds which are actually like done like rather nicely for how simple they are. Like you got the sign up here done really nicely. The tree here is actually very impressive. Yeah, like you have like a little bit of the fun. You have like a little bit of fun going on there with how this tree was built in particular. So that's cool. So you have that. And you also have like a fun little gimmick thing where with the archery like target practice. We'll go ahead and try to place figures down on this base. And there we have, guess, there we have that. We'll place these, we'll place these characters here. And there we have that. So this sets the smaller one out of the two, the Adventure Camp Archery Range. It's simple, but it works. Like you got like some nice simple things that can be that you can like take off and like put like in other places, and like the archery range portion of it can be like it's like a nice fun little like side activity thing you can do. It's like a fun little gimmick thing that's kind of neat. But yeah, simple but nice. It's simple, but I feel like it works. All right, and now after that, we can now uh, move on to the larger of the two sets, that being the stargazing camping vehicle. And so let's go ahead and get a good look at the box before opening the set up. So here's a look at the set. We got a nice display of the set itself. Up here at this corner it says space, because there's at least a little bit of space going on here. Over on this end you have Lego Friends, but here you also have the recommended age, the set number, the name of the set, and the number of pieces used to build said set. Here's how it looks from the top. Not much here going on aside from another one-to-one scaled image of the figure of one of the characters inside. Here's a look at one side of the box. Here's a look at another side of the box. You have something going on here. Can't exactly tell. Not exactly sure what's going on here. Maybe they're absolutely having a good time with some kind of stargazing. But that's kind of neat. Alright, here's a look at the bottom of the box. Cool. And here's a look at the back of the package. So here we have alternate angles of the sets, as well as down here we have some like display like shots and like gimmicks stuff for this set. And then the thumb tab things here. And so with that, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get this open. There we go. Just get that open. It says, I'm enjoying your stream while I'm building a Star Wars set. Oh, that's cool. What kind of Star Wars set are you building? So we can get this open. And let's pour everything out. There we go. Now we can get that closed up and set that off to the side. And we got some larger bags in here. There we go. We have two instructions here. Yeah. Owen's Brick Studio says, I'm currently building the Darth Vader helmet. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's cool. Like, how far are you into the build right now? And then we have that. And we have that. Oh. We got more stickers. Nice. So here's everything in the package. In this portion of the box, here we have the first set of instructions. Let's get this open. There's standard stuff, and then just gets right to the build. On this side, just have a little pattern going on here, and then you have that. Okay, not much going on with the first set of instructions. How about the second? here we have this, the back. Here's the, oh, here we have like a nice parts list. We have like a parts list of everything here. Nice. That's cool. And what? Oh, more parts. There we go. Very nice. Owens Brick Studio says I'm on bag 1 still. I'm enjoying the process. That is good to hear. Because if you have the time, no need to rush through to rush through the build. Like enjoy every single detail of the building process. And here we have a little thing. Oh, I guess. Oh, the character roster is a bit larger than I initially thought. Oh, we got more characters in here. Got like Autumn, that character. I believe this character's in here too. And also a few more characters. Ain't that neat? Alright, nice. So here we got the sticker sheet, which the last sticker sheet was only 5 stickers. This one's up to 15. This one has 3 times as many stickers. Alright, should be too big of a deal. But now, let's see what's in here. So, in here we have bag 1. We have bag 1. We got bag 2. We also have bag 3. And of course it is reasonable, and of course it is a reasonable assumption that we will of course start by opening bag 1. Nice. So let's then go ahead and get this open. Lovely. Got to move some of the bags here. Move the instructions from the previous sets. Just moving a few things real quick. Alright, so here we have our bag number 1. We also have the smaller baggie of parts that we will have done separately. So there we go. Very nice. Let's get our instructions open. So let's get our instructions open, and we will start off by of course start off by assembling our mini dolls. Now, boom. Yes. Boom. And also hairpiece. Nice. And then Alaya. I don't know. Attach those. Oh, Elia also has alternate expressions. We'll put this more shocked looking expression on for now. Very nice. And then hairpiece. So there we go. Oh, very nice. And alternate hair pieces. And alternate face like prints. Which is kind of fascinating because because I'm sure they've definitely like tried thinking about doing like double face printing, so like on the regular minifigures, but because of how the heads are specifically sculpted, that's just not possible with these mini dolls. So they have to include alternate heads. At least that's what I would think. So there we go. Here we have our included figures. And now we can start with the build. So we're starting off with this piece. Add that piece there. And this piece there. How is the chat doing? We're assembling the base portion. Another ratcheting hinge piece. There we go. Alright, we're extending the base some more. Nice. Brick. Oh, okay. Nice. Here we get a little bit of rocky terrain. Just a tiny bit. Then after that we add some plant life. We add a little flower. I'm doing great. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Very nice. For those in the chat, well, like, let me ask if you've had any like experiences with Lego Friends sets and how you thought, like if you've ever had any Lego Friends sets, because I've definitely like have seen it from afar, and I've definitely like experienced, and I've definitely messed with a few sets, a few friend sets that like my younger siblings would have, but this is like my first like case of actually owning a Lego Friends sets. It's like this is like my first experience owning them like on my own, like owning them for myself basically. So yeah, these are my first. So yeah, these are definitely my first Lego Friends sets. Go, add some tiles there. Boom. Some bricks there. Okay. Add some curvature there. So, as a arch piece, then some queso 1x1 Lego pieces. Then another arch piece with a cheese wedge. And there we go. Do you own a hamster? I think I can hear a wheel. Oh, so I do not own a hamster, and what you're likely hearing is, let me think. It's not the chair. So if what you're likely hearing is probably something from outside the room, because as of this record, because right now, like during this period, I'm looking after, like me and Lardros are looking after we're looking after a baby. We're pet sitting for someone, like as of this recording, as of like this time period, I guess. And yeah, like, and Lardros is definitely right now he's definitely out there, like, I guess, like cooking up some food, doing stuff like that. Oh yeah, and the doors are squeaky, so that might be what you're hearing. If you're hearing like a squeak kind of thing, that's most likely one of the doors. All right. Again, a little bit more plant life there. Then after that, we got a tile there. We got a couple more tiles here. Boom. Then, yep, there's the cat. Yeah, then we fill out more of the base. Oh yeah, the door. Oh yeah, the door. Yeah, they're definitely a bit loud and squeaky. There we go. What we can then do is add jumper plate, then tile, and then tile that up a bit. So there we go. Very nice. After that, we add some more jumpers. some more tiles. We got some nice colors for tiles here. Let me just think. Oh, I see what's going on here. So, so this is looking like a sort of large quilt sort of thing lying on the ground. At least that's what it's starting to look like for me, because you have like the frayed edges, like the pattern, large pattern. Definitely starting to look like that to me. You also have a small little table thing. Oh, that's fascinating. So, even though the set does include a couple of, like we got like a couple of mugs included in the set, but the thing that's actually kind of interesting is that we have a red cylinder, and then this piece, we have a piece that looks like this, and what's happening here is we add this on top of the cylinder, and then we add this tile on top of that to act as a lid. And what we have here is a sort of thermos looking thing. And it even like helps you, and the instructions even indicates that it's holding a hot liquid. That's fascinating. Huh, haven't really seen that before. But cool, new piece. Look, new piece spotted. Very nice. Then up next, we add more plant life. We add more flowers. And we also add a little hedgehog. Like a little, like hedgehog kind of thing. Definitely a hedgehog. Look at that. That's cute. So there we have a little hedgehog, and I guess this is the little hedgehog's, either the little hedgehog's home or possibly like a hedgehog tunnel thing, like to go under, to allow them to travel under roads to travel across roads without like crossing them. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. We'll put that back there for now. We'll grab the, and we'll start working on, I guess, on the backdrop, I guess. So there we have that. Add some navy blue. We'll add these to allow us to connect to there. Alright. We'll flip this upside down. We'll set that off to the side for now. We'll take this, add that there, line it up with the edge, add that there, take this, add that there, line this up with that, then add that, line it up with the edge, then combine these two together. Very nice. That's cool. after that we can then fill in this middle section with some more of that navy blue. And then we tile that up. And then we clip the backdrop onto the base. And there we have that. We also have some stars to attach. So boom. 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 And then boom. Then after that, I guess this is where we start adding our stickers. At least with these ones, I'm not as worried about trying to have them line up with the piece itself. Because there we go. Ain't that nice? Flip that up. And there we have that. We have a starry night sky. Then after that, we then add some more stickers. Cool. Some more stickers. Some more stars. And also the alternate head, as well as some leftover pieces. Place it there. Alright, so for the moon, then here, those stickers are really cool. I do agree, we do have some nice stickers going on here. Here's what appears to be the moon. That's a nice sticker. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna line this sticker with that. We do got some nice stickers in here. Here, though, I will admit that. And the instructions, and the instructions is telling me to place the stickers on, and then basically arrange it however. Basically arrange the night sky however. There we go. There's Jupiter. There's Saturn. Very nice. Okay. And here we have Mars. Really cool. Wait a minute. That's it. Moon, comets, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars. This is probably a different galaxy altogether. Where are the other planets? Where's Mercury? Where's Venus? Where would the where would thy Neptune be? Oh well. We'll place the moon there for now. Place Jupiter there. Saturn there. Mars over down here. Yeah, and then we'll basically add the other stars wherever. Wait, we can also add the comets. Whoop. Yeah, there we have that. Got a nice starry night sky. That's what we're dealing with right now. Very cool. And with that, that's the end of the first instruction booklet. So now we can go ahead and get into the second one. There's that. Just go ahead and get this open. Open this up. See what's in here. Let's open up bag number 2. We'll place these mini dolls down there. Now we'll open this up. There we go. Holy gear. Alright. We're definitely seeing a lot more vehicle parts in here. Windshields, some fenders. Oh, little pooch. Little pooch. Oh, look at that. Let's open up some of the smaller bags. Let's see what's... Move that there. Let's get that open. You have wheels. Look at that. Hi there. This is the... Yes, the doggy has a name. His name is Pickle. His name is Pickle. Say hi to Pickle. Good dog. That's nice. But anyways, let's get this build started. Cool. We got... So we're starting with this. Go. Boom. I guess that's like the trailer hitch. Boom. Boom. We also got some parts in this like nice like sort of salmon pink color, as well as like a dark lavender. Here we go. Another piece in that same color. Boom. We got some blue in here too. Oh, we got like a nice sort of powdery kind of, got this bright blue, brightish blue. Then after that, tile that up. We add a little bit more blue to the colors, to the color palettes. Oh, we get to add some stickers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Guys, see, we got a rather significant amount of that very opaque, very bright neon color. Neon, is that like neon yellow? Look at that. Got a significant amount of that color in here. So let's add that a bracket to that and add that to the back. Now it's telling me to add, it's telling me to add license plate stickers onto it, but for now I'm going to leave this off. And I'll tell why later. For now, let's add some more blue. Yep, and then some lavender. We have pink salmon pink brick. Wow, we're adding all the neon colors. Look at that. It's a huge pop of color. You got some teals, you got lime green, you got that salmon pink color. Turquoise. Boom, some blue brackets. Very nice. How is the chat doing? Very nice. Oh, we're adding some more seating. Look at how bright that is. That is bright. Boom, boom. Oh, it's telling me to add another sticker. I'll explain why I didn't add the other ones a little later. For now, let's add this sticker here. There we go. Place that one. We'll place that one on at least okay. But after that, we can place this onto the passenger side. Got like a little GPS thing going on there. steering wheel, I guess. And then another pink salmon brick. We got all the neon colors. We got a lot of some blue. And then we turn around, add some dark lavender, add some lavender here to in an attempt to hopefully tone down some of the neon, to turn some of the neon. Add some more. That here. Okay, we also get a couple brackets. Alright. We're adding the tail lights. Okay. And then up next, we're adding, I guess, a side panel. Got roller skate piece, and then that, and then number 6, and then we add that to there. Okay. Let's add the other panel. There we go. Add that to the other side. Then what we do after that is add a couple of fenders. We add some fenders. Then 2x4 plates. Then we tile this up a bit. We add some blue there. There we go. Then what happens here is we add a door to this cabinet. We apparently add a sticker. We add a sticker. That one's okay. Then after that we take, boom, you get like a dog biscuit and some water, I guess. And we add that in there, close it up. Oh, we're supposed to add one to the back too. There we go. And so then we have that. After bringing this back in, we'll put this maybe I should have placed that lower. Oh, well, too late now. Add some more bricks, add some more clips. Let's go ahead and add some more layering. Okay, let's add that. Let's tile this up a little. B. Then a 1x6. Hey, this is that same piece they use for that matrix of leadership for the Optimus Prime. No, man, I have to replace that sticker. Come on. There you go. How does that look? I replaced it so that when you place this assembly down, the bowl actually seems closer to the floor of the. Actually, seems a little closer to there. There we go. Ain't that nice? Okay, now we can continue. Add 2x2, add a couple more fenders. Alright. That's how things smooth things out just a tiny bit. Grab 1x4 and grab some there we go. Now we can add that to there. Then what we can do there we go. There we go. Headlight. After that we can add that to there. Now it's starting to look a little bit more like a Jeep. We add this to the, clip this onto the front. Yeah, and hinge it upward, of course. Add the hood as well as a piece to help fill out the hood. Some rear view mirrors, because of course you just have to have those. That's nice. Then add the windshield. Has a couple more of these small brackets so we can add some very bright neon, an extra little pop of that neon. There we go, add that. Then after that, then after that we can then just put together a few of these tires. There we go. Oh, fascinating. It shows its own like sort of like tire size. Then after placing in the tires, here you have that build portion of the build done. And then after showing you the leftover pieces, you got a good amount, like, you got a few of these, like, round 1x1s, as including one of that very bright neon color. But with that, here we have the car portion of this set done, or pretty much done. Look at that. Ain't that fancy? Alright. Yeah, and then of course we can add pickles. You can throw pickles into the back. And there you have that. Pickles gets his own lovely spot. Gets to enjoy a ride. Neat. Then after that, we can then go ahead and open up the last bag. Bag number 3. So bag number 3, it includes 2 smaller bags of parts, a paper pouch thing. Let's see what's in here. A little envelope thing that includes a specialized cloth piece for the tent. And of course it's in this very bright neon color. So that's neat. So we'll set that off to the side for now. Now let's continue with the build. So we got some larger pieces. Let's start this off with some tiling. Got one of these in yellow. Then some of these brackets. Ooh, then one of these larger panel pieces. Oh. It wants us to add a sticker under there. I'll hold off on that for now. Oh, I forgot to open the smaller baggies. Cool. Alright, nice. Let's open that up. Neat. So let's see, that will then add a hinge. There we go. Then add a ball joint to that. Okay, so after that, we can add that to there. And take blue panel, we'll tile up the anti-studs. Keep that blank. Then boom, flip that over. Then add another mixel ball joint. How is the chat doing? Add that to there. Add some blue. Okay, so there we have that. We can then cover up some more anti-studs. Then add some ball joints. Oh, fascinating. Then we add the tent piece. There we go. Look at that. And then I guess after that you can just have them just in there. Ain't that nice? And does it fold up like that, or does it supposed to fold in some other way? Alright, we got some fascinating stuff in here. Okay, so yeah, so it's supposed to be on the outside like that, and I guess it folds? What's meant to happen here is you clip the ladder onto here and then you fold this onto there to hold that into place. Boom. And then we just add to this There we go. And then we just add to this onto we plug this onto the top of the Jeep. There we are. That looks nice. That's neat. Then after that, you can then work on the next portion of the build. Clip onto there. Have that there. Clip these here. Attach that. Whoa. Attach that there. And ooh, you got another one of these pieces here to add to there. Cone piece. And there we got that. Now from there, here we have telescope. That there real quick. Then that. And boom, telescope. Boom, telescope. Alright. Now up next, we have something for the Jeep, the pole. Okay, add a little bit more green. Here we go. Add another bracket and then add another one of these neon tiles. Not going to add the sticker to there. Neon tile. Bam. Bam. Oh, that's got some cookies, I guess. Close that up. There we go. Add another sticker there. Boom. Then add some more bricks. Add just a couple more of them fenders. That we add that there. Bracket. We then add a couple more hinge plates. There we go. Add some clips around that up. Fill that in. There we go. Then add a tile. I'll choose not to add that sticker. There you go. Add in some 1x1s. There we go. Now how did I manage that? And there we go. And that a little dish piece. go. Add a little dish. And should I add sticker to there? Sure. Why not? This will be the last sticker I'm adding. I'm just not gonna add these stickers onto there for reasons. And then after that we can just clip that there. And then clip the telescope thing there. Okay. Okay. Nice. Let's just add these onto here. There we go. After that, we have a red flashlight, pair of binoculars, another pair of binoculars, a regular flashlight, as well as some extra pieces. Very nice. You got a good bit of extra pieces in here. Alright, there we go. Oh, and then this can just flip out and I like that. That's nice. Look at that. Let's open that up. Let's see if we can, how much fit in here. So I can fit just as much as I can fit in there. Let's see if the flashlights can fit in here. Yes, they can. Then just plug that into there. And look, Look at that. Okay. I just got a couple of spare heads. And here are the stickers I didn't use. I just didn't think they would be that not necessary to add. But anyway, so here we have both sets fully put together. I've already talked about this one, but let's go ahead and talk about this other set. So starting off, let's look at the mini dolls. Mini dolls are okay. That's neat. Got some nice printing on them and everything. That's nice. We're taking a look at this portion, which is really nice. Like once again, we do get a nice we do get a nice little bit of terrain to use for whatever. Also got some accessories here and there, a little animal, as well as a fun little like bonus gimmick thing up here, where you can like customize, more of a customization kind of thing really, where you're able to where you'd be able to like rearrange like all the stars and planets and stuff like however you like. You know, or they encourage that at least. You get like a nice like variety of things for that. Also like some nice details and stuff. Then for the build, let's put those in there. Then for the vehicle portion, so here we have the so here we have the car. So like the hold on. Yeah, it's like the stargazing camping vehicle. I will tell you this now. I think this vehicle looks really nice. Like, look how cool that looks. Like, look at that. It has some like nice, like fun proportions for the vehicle. It is like nice, it's like nice and rounded out. You got some very nice expressive, like you got like very nice like defining like features. You got an excellent color scheme. You've got an excellent color scheme in this vehicle. Like you got like a prominent like showing of lavender. You got a prominent showing of that lavender, and a good amount of that blue and the black and white, but also that extra pop of that neon color just sings for this vehicle. Absolutely lovely. Then the trailer, then it comes with like a little trailer thing. So we can talk about this real quick. It's like a cute little like trailer thing. It's alright. There is a way like to clip the a telescope onto there, so that's nice. And also, there's a telescope. There's the telescope. And that telescope is a pretty decent looking build, if you ask me. You know, like a nice, decent telescope build, and a little radar dish, and of course this can open. Of course, this can open up to reveal like a little data pad as well as a little computer. Got a little computer in there, little data pad. Close that back up. And flip this around. We have this I can open to store like your cookies and binoculars, stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. There we go. So that's really cool. We'll plug down to like the quilt, I guess. Quilt. And then the Jeep, it's a car thing. The car itself is like nicely detailed. Like there's a good amount of detail like put into this. Like the roundedness of it, like the extra like pop of bright color. The fun like the it has like a nice I honestly do like the proportions of this car too. It's rather nice. I like it. Then of course, this can pop off, be placed back on. And by the way, this can just open. And so this can just open up as like a roof-mounted tent with this really prominent like neon color. So you can have it flipped up, you can have it folded back in. You can take it off the thing to not only have a like convertible kind of Jeep thing going on here, but also you can open this up with that closed. You can keep the ladder there, and you have like this nice old standalone tent thing. You can either have it on the car. You can either leave it on the car, or you can take it off and like have it wherever. It's a nice, it's really nice. And even without the tent on the top, like this car still looks pretty neat. Like you have like a little bit of storage in there to store your things. You have the back can open up to reveal Pickle, the little doggy. You have a space in there for the cute little doggy, of course, because you have to have that. That's like a nice, fascinating sort of thing. It's a nice, fascinating little thing. Then you got like a nice amount of details, and I believe, and there seems to be space in there to place both mini dolls. The arms do kind of get in the way of that a little bit. Let's put this back on top. So yeah, the arms do kind of get in the way of that a little bit, but like you can definitely see like two mini dolls side by side in this vehicle, and it looks totally fine. It's actually kind of neat. But for those who are wondering, I do have a minifigure with me. And yep, it fits the minifigure just fine. And because I can connect their legs the same way as the mini dolls, it still works. And they do have and minifigures do have a significant amount more space in there, I guess. Not only that, like you have some like nice interior detailing in there as well. You get like it's actually very spacious in there. Like look at that. You get like a you get like a significant amount of space in there. But that's probably like due to like the nature of like how the mini dolls are. Like you kind of you kind of have to have the mini doll. You kind of have to have that amount of space in order to fit like the mini dolls in comfortably. But still is it's the fact that it can still work. It's the fact that it's a car. It's the fact that it's a vehicle that is compact that works with mini dolls, but also with minifigures. It works for both, and it doesn't seem too crazy to have like a minifigure like next to this. It's like a really nice kind of vehicle with nice proportions, nice. Oh, even the undercarriage is nice too. Look at that. You're gonna have a little bit of the. You have a tiny bit of the neon showing through the underside. The neon salmon. Like you have like it is like very nice. Like look at this. That's really cool. Get a brilliant little vehicle in this. That's a brilliant vehicle. Yeah, so that's really fascinating. I like that. And I guess with that, I think that'll have to be it for this. I guess with that, we're probably gonna have to wrap things up. So here is everything we have included in this sort of box set. You got these two sets. You got like the smaller archery range set, but you also get like the stargazing. You also get like this slightly larger like stargazing set, which also comes with a little bit of a backdrop, a little bit of terrain, but also a really fun like, admittedly like really fun vehicle with a couple of like really neat gimmicks. With like one or two like really neat gimmicks, like Miran the Tasky. It's like Miran the Tasky says, "Wow, like God, gob." Hi there. How are you doing? I also got some alternate heads, so that's neat. Also, I got some like nice like details. Like so basic summaries, I guess. I'll like this set. I find to be a nice, simple, and a nice, simple but effective kind of build. Has like a nice amount of, like packs in like a nice amount of little like details and stuff. Like, and the build for this is just interesting enough for it to not be like boring, not to be like too boring. It does kind of get a little bit repetitive with the tiling, but that's like to be expected. Build there is fine. Build here is was like pretty was also pretty basic. But I do like this can be like flattened out. Nice. Like this one was like another like simple but effective kind of terrain build. I will say. I will say the car. I will say this car portion of this like box set easily my favorite. The amount of like I can definitely like like for this build I definitely like for this build is definitely like I feel is nicely designed. Like you get a nice overall rather simple kind of build, but does keep things just interesting enough for it to not be boring, but also you also got like some nice like fun gimmicks in here too. Like the tent thing is really awesome. Like the whole thing with the tent is really cool. And you also got some nice like play value with the little trailer as well. And also the dog is really nice. I like the dog. And yeah, like I'm and the proportions of this vehicle is like feels right to me. And like it feels like just yeah, it just feels like a nice like build all around. So yeah, so this easily my favorite part. So the vehicle easily my favorite part of this whole thing. Of this like whole box set. We also get like some nice stuff on off to the side, like the tree, like the little tree in the archer set, and was fascinating. Got like a nice got like the nice banner sign thing here. The telescope was really neat. Should say. And then you got like a then you have like a various like fun things, which is like very nice. So in summary, I am actually quite pleased. I am actually quite pleased with these with both of these sets with this box sets in general. And I'm definitely glad I picked this up, and I'm definitely glad that this is like my like first chance my like first full experience with the like Lego Friends stuff, because there is some fun stuff going on here. And I wonder if the other sets like have. And I've definitely seen like a lot of the other like for some of the at least some of the other Friends sets, and they do seem to be upping their game as of these recent times, as of lately. You know, like more recent times, they do seem to be upping their game in terms of their Lego Friends stuff. So I'm definitely gonna check some of those out at like like occasion. But I will tell you, my first like impressions actually getting to experience getting to have some Lego Friends stuff. It's nice. And I guess with that, I think that'll be it for this stream. If if you enjoyed what you saw here, uh, please consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even interact with upcoming live streams if you want. I I typically tend to stream once on the weekends during Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, with that, I hope I would see you there. All right, you have a good one.